You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1350 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed right here on this podcast. Subscribe, like, and set to auto download if you don't mind. Today, Mark's got a toddler in MENSA and 2023's newest dictionary words to tell us all about.
They're both infuriating.
Oh, yeah. Those topics.
Yeah.
Okay. So the new
You'll
words,
see.
you're not. Okay. All right. Fantastic.
You'll see. You'll hear. Yeah.
Fantastic. Can't wait to get angry. Wes has money news, plane fights, and when mocking turns into murder.
Yeah. The mocking into murder is hilarious. You're going to find out why I don't do financial news probably in the gold and Bitcoin segment, but you're going to love the
I'm excited.
mocking.
I'm excited for Wes's financial corner. I got to say.
Yeah.
I feel like From Mocking to Murder could be like one of those documentary true crime TV series.
Definitely.
From Mocking to Murder, because that probably happens
Definitely.
a bit.
Yeah. Road rage. Yeah. That's true. Nick Miller comments at youtube.com/hardfactornews where you can watch us tape the pod live. He says, Will's got eyeballs. Who knew? You're right. No shades today. Check that out.
Look at that.
And I've got a roundup. With my eyes, have a roundup of news related to bad fish news. It's not just a Sublime song.
I was about to say like the Sublime song because I could go from listening to that. Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful song, but also bad fish. Bad fish can come in all kinds of ways in life, and it happens. So,
yeah,
got some news stories related to it to tell you guys about.
Well,
have you guys
Sublime tonight later today?
What is it? It's Tuesday, Monday. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you guys finished your Christmas shopping? Holidays?
Well, almost, thanks to some of our sponsors, but not 100%.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not really.
Barely started.
I like to do the last second Christmas shopping. Like I said, I like to go to the malls a few days before Christmas, hustle and bustle. I enjoy it. Yeah.
All right. You're procrastinator. I mean, we're all procrastinators.
Besides using our sponsors.
That's why I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
Barely. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah. I was gonna say Will's got it showing his eyes. How about that? Speaking of how about that, the Cash Me Outside chick knocked up.
Oh, really?
She's pregnant?
Yeah, I think she's 20 now. She's knocked up. How about that?
I thought that would have happened when she was like 16.
Yeah. Good point.
Right.
This is a little late for her, don't you think?
Yes, this is weird. How about that? That's
Next generation. Cash Me Outside.
I thought she had 8 kids.
Yeah, good point. Not that interesting, actually. Yeah. Should already happen.
Is she going to be on Teen Mom or something? Is that like a...
No, because she's too old.
Oh, right.
She's 20.
Right. Past Teen Mom age.
She blew it. Yeah. All right. Maybe Dr. Phil got to her after all. You guys want to party?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's party.
All right.
Do you know who you're with? 3 Factor, yeah. And this is real news.
Okay. You're not going to believe the age and location of the youngest ever Mensa member. But
India.
and age?
It's got to be really young, like 3, 4.
Do you guys know what
Well,
Mensa is?
Wait,
Yes.
but Mark, yeah, I do. So think about this. Wouldn't it be more impressive to be an old Mensa member? Like, because you have to have,
Of course
your
it would,
IQ.
Of course it would, Will. This is
Right.
someone at this age versus people at this age, which is pathetic.
So I'm going to guess Japan 120, because that would be insane.
Oh, that would be
Because
cool.
you would have to be like as smart as a quantum computer to have a high IQ at 120.
Yeah, it's easier to get in earlier. Mensa is for those that don't know, is the largest and oldest high IQ society in the world. That's not pretentious at all. It's a nonprofit organization. You have to be in the 98th percentile or higher on one of their forms of standardized tests, like IQ or something along those lines. And Mensa International.
Cam's old teacher was in like at this weird school we sent him to, was in Mensa.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't shut up about it.
Oh.
Being in Mensa is like being a doctor at a wedding. You're gonna loop in that fact when you speak at least 20 times in the conversation.
It's like going to Harvard, and a lot of times
Yeah.
they have both.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know,
Except all you did was take an IQ test.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Now, you may have heard it before sarcastically, Wes, something along the lines of, we're not exactly dealing with a member of Mensa here, are we?
Exactly.
They're insulting your intelligence. Not me. That's what they said. Well, Mensa might be loosening the guardrails of membership because according to the Guinness Book of World Records, 2-year-old Kentucky infant, this girl just became the youngest member of all time, according to the Guinness Book of Records.
Card-carrying member. Look at that.
Cute girl.
Mensa.
Cute girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows all the capitals of all the states. So
No, not even fucking close to that. That's Islan McNabb. And it's all because she can read back words her parents write down on an erasable tablet, making her already at a high school reading level in Kentucky.
Right.
oh,
So the way
it's
that
relative.
it is relative. IQ tests are relative to your age, Wes. Yeah.
And your location,
Do
apparently.
you want to guess the words she can read, Wes?
Oh God, are they at least 5-letter words?
No.
Sometimes stuff like that.
One of them was, but what happened was Jason and Amanda McNabb found out their daughter was a genius when they wrote the word red on a tablet, and Issa looked at it and said red, and then pointed to the color. And this
That's
shocked,
pretty good.
yeah, this shocked Dad Jason, as he always thought red was the past tense of reading, R-E-D. But I read it.
He learned something new that day too.
It's my last Kentucky joke, but I mean, come on, 45th in the states in education, 45th.
This is
But now they have a
stupid.
2-year-old Mensa member. So
That's true.
No, because like kids also just remember. I remember. So my godparents used to live next to my parents when I was growing up. When I was like 2, my mom would read me Bambi, and she read it to me every fucking night. So one night, my godfather Mark came over, and I was sitting there turning the pages, seemingly reading the Bambi book because I had memorized
Yeah, he
it.
thought you were
And
Mensa.
he thought I should be in Mensa.
right. No, Wes, this just happened to me like the other night at my house. My daughter, who's like almost 3, she's playing this tablet game where you put together patterns, and she was hitting some of these patterns before I could even pick them out. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? How is she so good at the patterns? And then my wife was like, she's just memorized the patterns, buddy.
Yeah, they're tested well.
Yeah.
So, back to Isla. She went on to read other words like blue, yellow, that's like 6 letters, cat, and dog. Once her parents wrote them on the tablet, and after she got through those words, they're like, we've seen enough, and they demanded she get IQ tested.
Yeah.
Now the IQ testing team was like, we don't usually test 2-year-olds for their IQ, and they're like, you don't understand. She can do cat, dog, and red, and they're like, okay, if you demand it. And she took some version of an IQ test for 2-year-olds and tested in the 99th percentile, and then Guinness made her officially, after Mensa made her the youngest member of all time. And I don't know what the IQ test for 2-year-olds is, but I imagine if you just don't eat the test, you're off to a good start.
Yeah, you don't
That's
stop
top
on
2.
it.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, good for her. And I hope she gets the right schooling to keep that brain going and graduates from college at like age 9 and cures cancer and puts an end to NASA and all this stuff. But it gets me to thinking, like, how many of these kid geniuses end up like some of these children's sport prodigies that fizzle out like Freddie Adu?
Yeah.
A lot.
What if at age 8, a young Mensa member reveals they, were just early bloomers? Do you toss those morons out of Mensa?
You should.
Like Mark, weren't you a child prodigy?
I could have, I got really stupid. I could have easily been in Mensa probably 14.
Well, it's
Every year after 14, I got much dumber.
relative.
Yeah, perfect score on the pre-SATs. I scored a 1590 out of 60. Perfect on the Virginia LSAT. Was like definitely Mensa smart, and now I'm not that smart anymore.
Right.
Oh, you're still
It drops. As you get older, it drops.
I went from 98th to about 70th
Mensa.
percentile. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It would be so much more impressive to have like a 95-year-old Mensa member.
Right.
That's a real badass. When you join at 95, then you're really flexing on
yeah,
people.
because then you have to take like quantum physics exams as opposed to I can read back this word.
Dude, most of the stuff is a sham. My son has a very high IQ, and he could be in Mensa, but he does and says and doesn't understand some of the dumbest shit in the world. Yeah, he's great at math, and that's why he's got like a really high IQ. But I mean,
Right.
these Mensa people are
That was
full
me
of it.
too.
They're full
Math
of it.
is huge.
Yeah.
Some people are good at different things.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I couldn't
patterns
find-
is a big part of it.
Couldn't find my way out of a paper bag,
Right.
but like
Yeah,
math
it's like
was
math and patterns and shit. It's just an IQ test if you've ever taken one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like Islam, I hope it does well because but I hope it's not like, oh, she could say cat at age 2, but she's really struggling with long division. Let's get her out of here. At the Mensa thing. Who knows?
Well, I mean,
Very
good
few
for her.
people are like Einstein, like where it's like, okay, everything they understand and can comprehend and get, and like,
Right.
yeah.
That
This
guy's
is
a
just good press.
genius.
This is good press for Mensa, which
Stephen
nobody gives a
Hawking.
fuck about.
And furthermore, I'd
I
like
don't
to
know, Wes. I feel like this is good
It's
press
bad
for
press
the
for Mensa.
girl, for
Yeah.
Isla, for Kentucky, but for Mensa, it's not great.
I
feel
agree
like
with Will. If you want to be taken seriously as an organization, don't let 2-year-olds in as official members.
Right, but don't you have to pay like
What I
a
always say.
membership fee? So now people are going to want to
they'll
get
take
their
your money,
kids in
Wes,
Mensa and all
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
just not prestigious anymore if
No, I
2-year-olds
know.
are getting in. I mean,
No. I don't think it's ever been.
there's
I mean-
probably a few Mensa members that are furious.
It's the organization for smart people like you, American Mensa. To qualify for Mensa, you have to have scored in the top 2%, as we said. That's a
Oh,
ridiculous tagline. The organization for smart people like you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you're a Mensa member? So is this kid that stopped crapping himself 6 months earlier.
Oh,
than
Wes,
normal
you're right.
kids, you know?
How to join Mensa? Have a credit card handy.
Right.
It's like Taekwondo.
Tell you what, he didn't get in this round, but if you pay the double bonus,
Mhm.
we'll figure out something that
We'll
gets
give
him
you the
easy.
easier IQ.
He's better
test.
than kids at something.
We'll give you the Facebook IQ test, which everyone is a genius at.
Those make you feel smart, don't they?
Yeah, they do make you feel smart.
Yeah, I love that.
Got a 150 on my Facebook IQ test. Oof.
Smash.
Oh, yeah,
those
dude.
10
those-
questions.
Those 10 question ones. I went 9 for 10. And then they said all you have to do is pay $60 and we'll tell you got a 150.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
share it.
You can share it to everybody. And then you get bonus points for your game that you were playing.
You
on your
idiot.
phone. Yeah. Well, look, it feels like sometimes you have to be a Mensa member to run your books if you got your own business, right? If you run a solo small business, you're an army of one, but you still need a CPA, bookkeeper, separate payroll solution, and more. You could try to piece all these together if you're a Mensa member yourself, or you
Rain
can get
Man,
all.
but-
Yeah, if you're Rain Man, or you could just, I don't know, sign up and get a membership with Collective, our awesome sponsor, because they'll take care of it for you, right? Collective is the all-in-one financial solution for self-employed entrepreneurs that lets you focus on your passion, not your paperwork. Let Collective handle all the back office work you dread, like business information, compliance, taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and even payroll, which is important if you don't want to get effed by the IRS. The best part, it's at a fraction of the cost of a CPA. That's pretty cool. Collective specializes in S corps, tax election, that saves its members an average of, drum roll please, $10,000 per year. Not too shabby. If your business of one is making at least $60,000 in profit annually, then you could be missing out on thousands in tax savings every year with Collective. For a limited time, Collective is waiving the onboarding fee when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you. That's a $199 value right there for free when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and say, hey, those Hard Factor fellas sent me. That's collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you.
Nice. All right. We talked a little bit last week. We're gonna try to hit some more news stories for you guys
That's right.
and gals out there that are trending. Will's been holding it down really well. Mark and I are
Yes.
very guilty of just going with people shoving stuff in their dicks.
Can't pass
Another-
those up.
Yeah, can't pass those up.
You can't pass those up.
Still gonna
We're
do
gonna-
them. But
Yeah.
We're gonna mix in
Yeah.
some of the legit news too. Wes,
Yes.
real quick, live comment from Tiller says, speaking of getting credit card ready, you fellas talk about the GTA 6 trailer leak yet. And I know Mark watched it.
Do you know where it's low? You know where where it is? The setting?
Florida, baby.
Florida. It's like Florida Man GTA 6. They already
whole
did like
state?
well, Vice City was kind of what, Miami. This looks like it's not just Miami, and there's like in the trailer, there's like women in like Confederate flag bikinis covered in mud because they're at the redneck games. There's like black ladies twerking with their ass on top of a car. There's all sorts of guys with face tattoos that look like they're peeled from our Florida Man Fridays. It's like
Let's
it's
go.
Florida Man Friday
Let's
GTA
go.
6. Yeah, looks awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
2025.
2025, huh? Wow, damn. That's a big runway, isn't it?
Yeah,
Jesus.
late 2025.
Like a
probably.
Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Well, it got leaked, right? It's not. They didn't mean.
Oh, they get
I mean,
leaked.
it got leaked.
Yeah.
Like
Whoops.
I leaked, and then everyone leaked their pants. You know what I mean? It got leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-order now.
Redneck Vice City sounds awesome.
But anyway, we're gonna try our best to get some more newsy stories in here, and I got one that's great news for people like Senator Bob Menendez and anyone else who's hiding some gold bars in their home. He's got more gold bars. He's got a few more stashed away than what the
when
Feds
there's
found.
some, there's many.
Yeah, he didn't hide them all in his coat pocket.
No, multiple locations.
If you got them in your coat pocket, you have a bigger stash somewhere else.
That's spending gold.
Yeah, that's my carry around bars.
Petty gold.
Yeah.
Those are the
I gotta hit the pawn shop real quick, sweetie. Cash in some of this gold real quick. So the price of gold reached an all-time high, record high of all time, and it went up to $2,135 per ounce early December 4th. Before it quickly dropped down to $2,070 per ounce, but it did reach an all-time high, and it's been hovering at a pretty good pace for considering that inflation and all this kind of stuff. And I read a few articles that were trying to explain why gold is soaring. Many point to comments made by Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell and him not being aggressive enough in his higher for longer insistence when he spoke on Friday when referring to interest rates. And apparently, from what I read, falling interest rates are good for gold. So the speculation that Jerome is bluffing or not willing to fight inflation with interest rates much longer is good news for everyone, I guess. However, same article points out that in the contrast, higher interest rates should have hurt gold, but it hasn't. So nothing makes sense.
Can't hurt gold.
Wow.
Nothing makes sense.
It's the standard.
Gold always wins, right?
Yeah. The financial institution that runs the world doesn't make any sense, even to these astute financial whiz kid journalists that are writing these articles. So
I've never heard of the interest rate standard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Never heard of it.
So gold does good no matter what.
Apparently, yep. Gold is a good thing to buy. And the article also points out that wars like the one in Ukraine, the Gaza Strip, are good for gold spikes. I think we've seen that throughout history. But normally prices retreat after the fog of war dissipates. As the article says, the Israel-Hamas war continues, but it hasn't spread beyond that region. The war in Ukraine is not really in the headlines anymore.
So two really big ongoing wars isn't enough gold demand.
Yep.
Or that's cold. I mean, it seems like it's enough because the price is at an all-time high.
Right. And the Cold War 2.0.
China's like, you want third war?
Yeah, China.
Right. We need Taiwan in to move gold up to 3,000. Is what?
Yeah.
What's
right. So they said this guy in the Bloomberg article says geopolitics doesn't really explain the price either. But what does kind of make sense, the most sense to someone who shouldn't be explaining any of this, is what is called the de-dollarization, the world moving away from the dollar. So from the article, China is trying to buy gold as a diversifier away from the U.S. government debt. And same thing with Russia. Citizens of both countries may also see gold as one of the better ways to store wealth outside of a financial system that they don't trust. So they're buying up gold. I know Saudi Arabia just swapped, with the Chinese central bank. They went to the whatever their currency is. Yeah. And the Middle East is edging away from the dollar, and India is buying a shitload of gold as they get more wealth also. And the younger generation and wealthy people are buying up gold too, because they, I guess, just don't trust the dollar either. In this inflation.
You learn something every day. Thanks, Wes. I thought the de-dollarization was my wife on Prime Day.
Yeah, right. It's that too. So yeah,
talk about buying a lot of gold,
Too late to buy gold now. You can't afford it anyway. I know I can't. But gold at an all-time high. I guess that's a good thing. I'm not really sure if it's a good thing when it comes to the dollar.
It's good for people with gold.
It's great for people with enough money to buy gold.
Yeah.
Well, what's the latest, Wes, on that asteroid we were going to mine that was just nothing but gold? We were all going to have so much gold.
There's an asteroid that can make us all billionaires.
I think they decided to keep that hush hush because then it would bring the value of gold down because there'd be too much of it.
It seems like it was a scare tactic by the people that wanted to buy it up. That tell everybody it's going to be worthless when we get this asteroid, and then now I buy up the gold before it spikes.
Could be.
Ooh.
Silly us.
Ooh.
Yeah. Also, Bitcoin.
Missed that boat. Again,
I've missed the gold boat every single time.
I miss
back
every
when
boat.
we could have afforded all that gold.
Every gold boat I miss.
Yeah, always
honks and sails away.
Yeah.
We
always see it. We always see it when it's like leaving.
Yeah.
Never there for that champagne bottle
Yeah,
break.
they're cheersing champagne, and I'm just on the dock with my empty pockets. Yep. Also, Bitcoin is soaring again. It went over $42,000, the highest level since April 2022. It's doubled since the start of the year, which is, I guess, great. Investors they say that this is caused by U.S. regulators have taken action against the heads of FTX and Binance. And U.S. regulators are expected to approve new kinds of trading products linked to Bitcoin as early as next month. So they're developing, they're integrating, and Bitcoin is showing strength because of that. And people are
I feel
just
like Bitcoin will really take off when it was getting there, but then like it got really volatile. But like when you can like tap your phone and buy like groceries and just normal shit with Bitcoin, like
dude, there's this one
once you can get to that level, it's gonna be pretty good.
There's a coin that I have had sitting in my wallet called Alchemy Pay for fucking ever, and it goes up and it goes down, and it's only with Bitcoin, and it's that thing, Mark. It's like where we'll be able to buy everything.
I'm sure this exists, but I'm talking about like when when your grandparents can
no, it'll just be attached to your credit card
when everyone knows how to do it seamlessly.
That's what Alchemy Pay is supposed to do, but it hasn't taken off yet, and I'm gonna miss the boat on that too. I'm gonna watch the Alchemy Pay.
You're gonna sell it, and then
No, I don't think I have any more of it, but I still have it on my watch list, so I can regret it.
Watch it go up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, my regrets closely.
It seems like gold and Bitcoin do well when people are scared of the dollar, like you were saying, Wes.
Right. Like, de-dollarization is probably good for both those. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I think you're nailing this, by the way. I don't think anyone's going to complain about this financial segment.
I mean,
we
get some financial, some fin bro. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. What's a financial bro?
Finance boy. Finance boys.
Fin head.
I like.
We get a fin head to tell Wes how he did.
Nancy boys. Nance.
Tell me how I read that Bloomberg article.
The Nancy boys making dollars, stacking cash.
Yeah.
But with the holidays coming up, you might not have gold, but guess what? You don't need gold bars to give the best gift that there is. And that's a painting from Paint Your Life. Because it is
as good as gold.
It's as good as gold. It's affordable. As little as 10% down makes it a truly affordable gift. So we've talked about this product on our show for years because we love it. And people in our Discord love it. They send us their own photos and paintings that they've gotten done for their loved ones, their family. They say literally it's the best thing they've ever done. Will talks about his picture on the lake. I got my girlfriend a dog picture. Pat's got Spork looking like a Chief Justice or whatever he is. They do fantastic work. It's the best holiday gift you'll ever give. So stop delaying. It's still not too late. You can get your painting right now. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo for a sentimental holiday gift right from the heart. Get a hand-painted portrait in as little as 2 weeks. So again, not too late, but you got to order pretty soon. Otherwise, you're going to be watching the good gift boat, sail off into the sunset. Right. Yeah, this is a gift that will touch, the heart and make your loved one holiday unforgettable. So this holiday season, you can give the most meaningful gift you've ever given from paintyourlife.com, and there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. Get the special offer. Text the word FACTOR to 87204. That's FACTOR, FACTOR, to 87204. Text FACTOR to 87204. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
Wes, me and you got to do that today.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
So I'm on it. Okay. Bad fish roundup. That's what this is going to be. But a couple of quick updates before we get to the bad fish news. Sadly, the woman in Georgia who was arrested on the anonymous complaint for masturbating on Tybee Beach back in 2021, she did have her life ruined by that police body cam footage. It was made public by her arrest. And sadly, she committed suicide in March 2022. RIP to Christina Revels Glick. It was really horrible what they did to her that day. We covered it a week ago or so.
That's
terrible. Not great. Very bad. As bad as it gets. But in better update news, you can buy cameos, straight to camera videos from George Santos now, starting as low as $200 a video. Have we put in a request yet? Or
What I mean, we're going to. What are we going to? Maybe the Hive can help us with. What are we going to get him to
Let us
say?
know. Yeah, let us know what you want us to have by George. Tell us. Jackson submitted one suggestion. But
Okay, I was thinking maybe he could do a couple, but one of them could be like a verbatim of what Jake the Snake Roberts did with the circle jerk and the pivot boys. When we just have a highlight reel of that,
yeah, just send him that and say, "Hey,
I'm going to
can
be
you
hanging out with
recreate
the Heart Factor boys doing circle jerks."
this?" Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I like that idea, Mark. Then we can just play them back to back. Also, last update, sports. The NHL is in the soft corner still, as they always are usually, for threatening to fine Marc-Andre Fleury for wearing his Native American designed helmet during Native American Heritage Month. They've threatened to fine him and his team.
You're not allowed to
actually.
do that?
What?
Yeah, not according to the NHL, but then they backed down because they were like, "Oh, we're assholes." And the NFL is also still in the patented Roger Goodell soft corner for life for firing a photographer who gave his phone to Tyreek Hill to film a backflip touchdown celebration. And Tyreek is now paying that photographer's salary until the NFL probably backs down too, because they also, that's ridiculous. So, or not.
What was that photographer supposed to do? Not say no to Tyreek, who ran up and grabbed his phone?
Right. And then he sent the footage directly to the NFL, who he's working for. So what, isn't it a win for them?
It was huge press. It should have been a win. Now it's the opposite because they fired him.
Right. Now it's just Tyreek.
They blew all those calls against Kansas City, and now they're doing this.
Jeez. Yeah, they really cost us some money there. I mean, they would have had to get the 2-point conversion. More on that later. That's why
those league executives are truly the worst, regardless. Soft corner forever. Okay, now on to the other bad fish, where we have many to discuss. First up, invasive goldfish. We've already covered carrot. You guys remember him, the carrot?
Yeah.
The world record goldfish that was raised and caught in ponds over in Europe. Yeah.
Looks fake. Doesn't that look fake?
Yeah, he looks like he can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the Mr. Ed of goldfish. Yeah. Well, he's the world record. That's the biggest one ever caught on a reel and rod there. But it turns out it's not all fun and games in the goldfish world, because now we've got these invasive goldfish stateside here in the USA, and they're tearing up the Great Lakes. Okay, in Canada and the United States. Those
are cool looking. They got a different pattern on top.
Yeah. Those are little like orange and black. Yeah.
Now I know koi that look like that are like $10,000 a piece. Why aren't goldfish? Those look just as good as koi to me as if you're going to put them in like a.
I'd rather that. Than
I mean they're cool.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting
price difference.
They tear up the environment. Apparently, turns out
that's one gold that's not good. Also, they look like the perfect Halloween fish, orange and black.
Yeah, I mean they could look worse. They could look worse for sure. And you're actually going to probably think that even more in a second, because it turns out that as ecological efforts to control the invasive carp species in North America take hold, it's the unsuspecting common goldfish that have been dropped into the lakes and rivers and whatnot that are taking the carp's place, destroying the ecosystems of the Great Lakes and other freshwater locations in North America. So yeah, it's basically this or carp. You want a goldfish or you want a carp in your pond.
What other animal that you drop in somewhere like that they're not supposed to be gets as big proportion as a goldfish? Because goldfish look like they get about 200x the size they originally are.
Python.
Like, yeah, python's up there, but can you imagine like dropping like a cat somewhere and it just got to be like 300 pounds?
Yeah, it would be hilarious. Yeah, if you could do this to mammals, that would be
funny.
If
you could find like a mammal, you could just get 500 times their normal size.
I think it's only fish, right? I don't know another animal that you can do that with, but maybe like a salamander.
You just get a huge gorilla. It's like King Kong.
Yeah. Well, anyways, these goldfish that are replacing the carp are befuddling people who want to control the invasive species. That is until Christine Boston, a biologist at Fisheries and Oceans Canada Great Lakes Laboratory for Fisheries and Aquatic Sciences in Burlington, Ontario. Wow, long name. She stuck trackers in 19 of the fattest local goldfish she could find out there by the Great Lakes, and she tracked them. 2 years straight, she tracked these fat ass goldfish, and she found out that they're actually very predictable with their spawning migration pattern, exactly like the invasive carp. So we're good either way. It turns out they can just control them, no problem, easy. Just
hilarious.
Find them where
they know where to go.
Chris Slate's with a genius idea. We could have for hogs and python, because we do invasive. We could do like goldfish and carp sushi.
I bet goldfish is disgusting.
Wow,
absolutely. Goldfish and chips is what I was thinking.
Goldfish
Fry it up, you know?
Yeah.
Pythons and hogs gets another delicious menu item. That's It's really all that happened here. So it's good news and bad fish news to start it off. Also, in bad fish news, there was a female orca. Now, technically a mammal, not a fish, but she was found beached in the Commander Islands, which is off the east coast of Russia, which basically next to Alaska. And researchers found that she had swallowed 7 whole sea otters before probably choking on those bad boys and getting beached.
She didn't chew her food.
Well, it's hard to chew 7 whole sea otters when you down like that. So just badass way to go, though, if you're a bad fish, right? Like
that is pretty cool.
Otters. 7.
That's like a bear swallowing a bunch of humans.
Yeah, like whole. I mean, it's impressive. It's an impressive feat. It's like of orcas.
That might be a move for the sea otters to, like a defensive move, is sacrifice themselves, and like you take out some orcas. just jump straight in their gullets.
Just 7 of us have to go.
Yeah, just got to draw straws.
It's a serious straw game. And finally, we've got some actual bad fish down in Moody, Alabama right now, just outside of Birmingham. And I'm just going to let Bria Chapman. I wrote that wrong. I'm going to let Bria Chapman at a local Fox News affiliate, WBRC6, tell you just how bad it is down there in Moody.
Mess in the neighborhood in Moody. The lack of rain drying up this pond. As you see, it left behind hundreds of dead fish.
I went to that area today and it stinks. It smells terrible. Now the homeowner I spoke to tells me that smell has gotten into his house and he's tired of it. He said he cannot get anyone to do anything about it.
The smell was getting bad in the neighborhood, and then it went from the neighborhood. Now it's inside the house.
He says he has reached out to their homeowners association, but so far nothing has changed.
Our HOA, this is the HOA where if you have a welcome sign at your front door, you'll get a $50 fine for having a welcome sign there. So, and I mean, I get having the rules, keeping yards clean, not having trash cars in your driveway, but I don't think it's too much to ask to pull some of that money out, at least put some lime on this pond, on these fish, to kind of get it to go away pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
See, lime
will take care of it quick. Pour some lime on it.
Freaking dish up to watch the footballs, but
can you believe that? Shoot, they're paying thousands of dollars this neighborhood in HOA fees every month. And thanks to Bria's fine reporting there, the HOA now claims that they're, quote unquote, in the process of handling all these dead fish right in the backyards of their residents.
Well, they got a lot of money to use, from all the fees.
Why'd all the fish die?
Drought. They don't have any water.
Toxic waste.
Jeez. And they stocked the ponds right behind the houses, so now it's just a bunch of rotting fish in your house.
You spend a ton of money stocking it, and they won't get rid of it.
It's one of the worst things that could happen to you, honestly.
A dead fish smell in your house is one of the. That's a classic prank, like Grumpy Old Men. You take a dead fish and put it in someone's car or attic. This is like everyone in the town just got pranked.
I did that to my buddy in Colorado. I left a dead fish in his vent, and it got him. It got him real good.
Ex-buddy?
No. The HOA's doing to the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, they're getting everybody.
Now the smell's inside the house. Now you fucked up, HOA. But that HOA definitely has some holiday gifts to mail out to get right with their residents. And they're going to want to use ShipStation for their shipping needs. Okay. With the holidays being the busiest time of the year, don't get stuck worrying about shipping orders. Let ShipStation do the heavy lifting so you and your team can put your time, money, and energy into more important things like cleaning up the dead fish that you left behind in your neighborhood before you send them the gifts with ShipStation to make it better. Free trial. So free to sign up. It's a quick setup. ShipStation starts saving you money immediately upon activation. Also, if you use it like me, the ability to just print postage wherever you are comes in very handy, especially around the holidays when you need to ship stuff it could be willy-nilly. You could need to get it out quick. Easily automate shipping tasks and manage orders and returns in one simple dashboard. Effortless integration everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more if you want to use it for your online commerce. ShipStation manages orders, prints labels, compares rates, optimizes every shipment, and automates delivery notifications. Automate returns and offer customers smart recommendations for exchanges to keep customers happy, as well as ShipStation. Simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows. Industry-leading discounted rates from USPS, UPS, DHL, and Global Post. Get up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates with ShipStation. Over 30,000 companies have scaled their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. Let your customers shop risk-free this holiday season. This holiday with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use code HARDFACTOR, all one word, today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code HARDFACTOR.
Hell yeah. Do it. I found the head of the HOA, by the way.
Grumpy old man.
Walter Matthau. He'll get you. Get you with the fish. Okay, so admittedly, I'm a little bit agitated today. Sunday, my day off until the new year, right, when I'm back full-time and when PTO days are over. This Sunday started with the college football playoff committee breaking my poor wife's heart, leaving out undefeated ACC champions Florida State to start the day.
Yeah. So even Trump was upset about that one. Said they did him very bad.
They did him very bad. He's right.
He's a Florida man, so he's got to sort of represent for the Sunshine
GTA
State.
6. Maybe GTA 6 can have a mission where we kill the CFP.
Well, it's fucked up. Look, you can't go. It's like the Auburn team, right, that went undefeated and didn't get to play for the national title. It's like, I'm glad they're moving to the 12, right?
Make an exception. Should have done 6 this year with the play-in game. I don't know, whatever. Then the Green Bay Packers, probably my least favorite team in the NFL, miraculously beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the night game to cost me personally a sick 8-game parlay. I was 7 for 7 on, and in my mind, 8 for 8 because the Chiefs just had to win money line. Didn't even pick them with the spread. So I was going to cash that $2,500 ticket. Nope. And then several Hive parlays costing us about 10 grand as a group happened Sunday night. So I'm a little bit upset with what happened on Sunday.
Packers. Yeah.
And then intern Joey texts, "Go Pack, go!"
Yeah.
With a bunch of
emojis. That guy's like
wanted to throw
no
up.
situational awareness on.
No, he has no situational awareness.
Unbelievable. So I'm running a little hot, and I might be finding stories that are making me even hotter, like the 2-year-old MENSA thing. And now this: the dictionaries have announced their top words of 2023, and they're terrible. Okay. How do you think they went? What are you guys thinking? Do you think they picked normal words that aren't infuriating?
No, they're picking like new words. Like what's a word? A fresh word, something fresh. I don't know what the
fresh would have been
is.
Probably 90s.
Cap is Cap on there? No,
picking those fire ass words, bro.
Last year, no Cap. The Oxford University Press named Riz as the 2023 word of the year. Like Riz God. Like what? Do you guys know any Riz gods? You know Riz gods?
What does it mean?
Riz, bro.
Oh, well, Riz, of course, means I do not know what, because I'm not 14. I
Riz God all the time, bro.
I think it means charisma or charm or game. I don't know. I don't have enough Riz, clearly, to even understand the meaning of Riz. I'm Rizless.
Maybe you have so much Riz, you don't know what Riz means.
I think I've heard Cam say this before.
Yeah. It's like, this is like straight out of Cam's 7th grade class.
Yeah.
They picked the best words 2023. Some words that almost beat Riz for word of the year were situationship, which means a romantic or sexual relationship that is not considered to be formal or established. So apparently the youngs can't say fuck buddies or friends with benefits anymore. Situationship.
Huh?
Maybe this is why no one's getting laid anymore, because fuck buddy's pretty clear. Situationship sounds like your Indian mother set you up on a blind date.
Yeah.
Situationship.
Yeah.
Isn't a situationship more of a one where you're not doing anything?
Well, that's why no one's getting laid anymore. But
yeah, that's a situation in itself.
Yep.
Right. It's like we're in this situationship where nobody's really getting laid, and we got to figure out what we're going to do here.
Back in the fuck buddy era, we had a bunch of
want to be Riz
about
it. That's a situationship, you know.
Yeah.
No cap.
Like no cap. Well, right? On God,
my guy.
Yeah. It's odd. amazingly, Swifty, for Taylor Swift fans, finished like 3rd on the Oxford list, and then prompt, which as an AI chat box query, finished in the top 5 as well. However, AI itself was the top word for 2023 for Collins Dictionary. So it's all AI and sexually ambiguous terms leading the charge into 2024. Fantastic.
Jeez.
Nightmare.
I will say that my favorite dictionary, Merriam-Webster. You guys big MW fans? What's your guys' dictionary of choice?
I mean, I think it's there's 2. It's either that or the Oxford.
Well, the Oxford's blowing it with the Riz.
I kind of like the Oxford though, but I mean the Riz is it's a head scratch. They always try to say, the Oxford every year they try to get too cute with it. They try to really
think?
like they try to like stay edgy, they try to stay young, get young kids into words like Riz.
Yeah, of course.
That's not a word.
Well, look, go to old tried and true Merriam-Webster. They went with authentic as the word of the year for 2023, blowing the other dictionaries out of the water. Kudos to Merriam-Webster not going with something like no cap on God of Riz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Yeah. Authentic, as in like
no cap, my guy.
Classical. Or
did they
like
say
real.
Definition no cap?
No, and I think Merriam-Webster in the past has done a bunch of no on gods, but look, at least they went with authentic. That's all I saw. Couldn't believe Riz got the word of the year, and I don't know what the fuck a situationship is, but apparently people are getting into them left and right.
Situationship.
Yeah.
I gotta learn all these words because I pick up on a few of them with Cam, and nothing makes him shudder more than when I start using them in public. Like we walk around Costco, and I'll be like, "Yo, what's good? You know, no cap, my brother."
Yeah,
like he fucking hates it.
I can see that. Now you have a leg up on him because you can fuck with him with situationship because he probably knows what that means.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, I'm gonna fuck.
Hey, you like any girls this year? You got any situationships yet? Or,
yeah.
I guess a situationship is very open. Unfortunately, it could be either you're getting laid or you're not, and you want it. Like, so it's just something that's not going well, I guess. But
right. Well, but that's why we had friend zone and friends with benefits, right? It's very clear.
Right. That was more descriptive.
That makes more sense than situationship.
Situationship is just a catch-all. It's like, well,
she hasn't decided if she's a lesbian yet or not. It's kind of a situationship.
Right. There you go. That's it. Can I use the word in a sentence, please? And that's how they would say it.
Right. This is why the average age of losing your virginity is like 22 now. Because everyone's in a situationship.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
Right.
Hey, if you want to hear where'd you get that this holiday season, Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon.
You want to get yourself out of a situationship? Here you go.
And into a friends with benefits, go to Uncommon Goods. Uncommon Goods is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for your secret Santa or your entire family, Uncommon Goods knows exactly what they want. I got the limoncello kit, and I shipped 3 gifts to my family, all from Uncommon Goods. It's been a pretty much one-stop shop for me this holiday season. Check it out. It's awesome. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists as well and small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out-of-the-ordinary gifts anywhere, from art and jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same lackluster gifts you could find just anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they will give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've already donated more than $2.5 million to date. Pretty darn good. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/hardfactor. That's uncommongoods.com/hardfactor for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Hey, Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary over here. They ain't got none.
Sure.
And real quick before we move on, shout out to back to the GTA 6 thing in Florida, and Florida man, and our love of Florida, our huge presence there. Friends of the program, my wife and my friends Ashley and Omar, shout out to them. They went to a wedding in Florida like a week ago or recently, and they met some people there, and like podcast got brought up randomly, and someone that they had never met before was like, "Oh, my favorite podcast is Hard Factor," and they're like, "Oh, really? Well, we're friends with them."
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
we love
Florida.
Love
Florida strong. Hard Factor strong.
Gives me goosebumps when I hear stuff like that. Keeps me going for another day.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, real quick before I get in my last story, I got a new plane fight video to show you guys. and I don't know the details. It wasn't a news story, but it's hilarious. So the premise is that there's this black dude on a plane. He's sitting down, and there's a drunk, I think, Australian guy, and they're mouthing off to each other. And here is what happens.
Where I'm from? What are you from? What? Where are you from? What am I filming?
What are you filming?
I'm gonna film my ass. I'm filming my ass. I beat your ass. Yeah, what's up? I knocked you out for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Get out, we'll get your camera off. Shut up, nigga. Watch out. What the fuck? Watch out, nigga. Before I knock you out, nigga. Yeah. You're gonna bounce. What? Yeah, what? Get out, fuck. I'll knock you out. Yeah, you're drunk out. Come on, talk about one-on-one, man. When? Please remain seated. When we get off, hit me.
Throw down in the airport.
Your ass. Hit me.
Oh, he slapped
Hey,
him.
get your bitch ass up, nigga.
no.
I told y'all to put in the ass for the right.
Oh,
pussy,
no.
nigga.
He really did knock him out.
Instant
I'm from
karma.
Vegas. You act like I'm from Las Vegas.
He really did knock him out.
Oh, man.
Nigga just made me smash him. Why you make me do him like this, man?
And then he gets carted off. Wait, listen.
Hey, JB, let me kiss. What happened?
You're right. I'll give you that.
You were right.
Yeah, I know.
You were right.
Holy shit.
So for those of you who can't see,
Wow.
the black dude, challenges him to hit him, and the guy does, and then the camera goes down, and the next thing you see is the drunk Australian guy on the ground with his ankles tied with a zip tie and a bloody nose and bloody mouth because he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean,
That guy was clean. He had no damage.
No damage. And then he's on his way down. He's like, "Yeah, you were right. You did. I got exactly what you told you were gonna do."
Yep.
it's a serious ass whooping. Where did that happen? That's
I don't know. I don't know where it was. Just on a Reddit thread.
That guy's lucky it was on a confined plane and not out in the open because
yeah,
he had like restricted movement and he got knocked out.
She would have been real bloody. Yeah. So,
I
but
mean,
one
he
of
was
the more
so
hilarious
confident with it.
aftermath.
When you say, "Hey," when somebody says like, "Hey, are you really gonna knock me out?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, for sure," and like they say it so calmly.
When someone says, "Hit me," you got to hit me first because
Right.
I will kill you after you hit me. You don't never hit that person.
No.
Yeah, the
Especially
challenge to hit them first is
Certainly
always,
not an open hand slap.
yeah.
And you're drunk
over
too.
2 people too, which was
Yeah.
also just like inappropriate. Also, the guy who knocked him out, honestly, shouldn't have been fighting over his seatmates, but he knew he was going to be be with the hit. So
No, but he got
He
cheered
proved-
on. No one seemed to be mad at him.
His strategy.
I think
Yeah.
I think he exited the aisle because he was filming after the aftermath from the middle of the aisle.
They cleared it for him.
Yeah, and they were like, and then I think they squared off for about 5 seconds in the
The
middle.
flight
of the aisle.
attendants were like, "Everyone, stay in your seats. We got a little bit of a situation."
Oh,
ship
right.
going on
Okay,
here."
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Situationship resolved.
Yeah.
Knockout.
Amazing video.
That's awesome.
Okay. Question for you guys: have you guys ever been mocked at any point in your life for your last name? I know, like we
For
all
your
pretty
name? Yeah.
for your
I'm
last
Will
name.
Smith. Yes, I've been
Okay,
mocked. for my
right,
name.
but yes, but like, with the exception of Mark, like Pat, myself, Will, we both have very boring, pretty normal last names, right? Mark,
yeah, of course I've been mocked. Mispronunciations, Italian, like racist Italian takes on it, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Did you ever looked into where your last name comes from, like the origin?
Yeah, I think it's like middle to northern Italy.
So I looked it up. It's on this website called Behind the Name, and it's locative origin, and it comes from the commonplace name Borgo, meaning village in Italian. That's what they said. Of course, Smith is from blacksmith. Shepherd is from shepherd. Cassidy is the old Irish word for kind of famous. Kidding, Pat. And according to the site, no, it comes from Caside, meaning descendant of Caside, and Caside is a given name meaning curly haired in Ireland. So
Interesting. I've gotten Borghini, like Lamborghini, bourgeoisie, another middle class folks. A lot of
there's a million of those name origin sites out there. I just went to one of them, so who knows. My point is, we're lucky. We don't have a last name that could have been mocked in school by our peers.
Wes, I'm worried about the Will Smith stuff making it worse, honestly. So I might have to make a change.
Yeah.
Well, you're past the age of being mocked in elementary school.
Thank God Will Smith didn't pull this crap 15 years ago. Well,
Yeah.
Right. It would have been much tougher.
It would have been way tougher. Like I looked up the 10 worst worst last names to have, like something like Hooker or Woodcock or Seaman
or rhymes with any of those,
or worst of all, gay. I mean,
right?
If your last name was gay in elementary school when we grew up, that was a death sentence.
What about gay mouth? That would be a bad one.
Gay mouth's pretty bad.
Oh, like hyphenated.
Yeah. Or like gay myth, but gay mouth, spelled pretty close.
Yeah. But it doesn't always stop when you reach adulthood. Adults, as we exhibit each and every day on the show.
It's
or many
gay
times,
myth. I told you it's gay myth.
Yeah.
Oh, making fun of people's names.
The O's silent.
Yeah, the O's silent.
Yeah, it's a classic. I mean, it's a classic activity. It's just a human.
I'm not going to answer to that.
Yeah. But it doesn't stop at adulthood. We're all large children on this show, which is why one Russian soldier who was being mocked for his last name stood up for people everywhere who have had their names mocked, and he shot his commanding officer dead in the middle of the battlefield or at a camp they were at. So this is what's awesome about this story is that Sergeant Mikhail Koklov, spelled Khokhlov. So Koklov. He killed. Here he is.
Tough. Yeah, he's gonna shoot someone. Yeah,
he killed Lieutenant Ivan Krivashev with his AK-47 rifle. It also hit another soldier in the neck when the bullet went through. Oh, wow. But here's the fucking crazy thing: is that you think in America, holy shit, Koklov, that's like the worst name and last name in the world for someone, right? But what's unique about this story is that Koklov would be one of the top 3 worst last names for a young boy to have here in the States. But the reason it's so bad in Russia is not the same reason. It's because in Russia, the name Koklov doesn't mean lover of cocks. It means a vulgar. It's a vulgar name used by Russians for Ukrainians. Oh. So yeah, it's from the word kokol. So it's very similar to Koklov. So this guy was basically calling this Russian like a filthy Ukrainian or whatever. Not like a lover of cocks, and he lost his mind, which is, I guess, worse for him. But it's which is interesting because it's very bad in both over here.
Bad in a lot of countries, right?
Yes, he just went for it. He just murdered his commanding officer.
So they were drinking at the camp, and he was being relentlessly mocked by his commander.
He kept fake capturing him. Look, we got another dirty Ukrainian.
You showed him Koklov. Let me look at your face again, Kokol. And he's like, "Fuck this!" And he was hammered, and he shot him, killed him right there. Whoa. Here's the lieutenant who was, lieutenant who was killed. There he is.
Dude, Adidas jumpsuit. Classic.
Look at that.
R.I.P. to him, but he looks like he could get under your skin with mocking.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's like an all-time mocker. Yeah,
he's young and in charge.
In charge.
And then this guy's just kind of a schlub. Yeah,
kind of.
Koklov, what's happening?
Koklov's the definition of a schlub when you put
holding a box turtle in one of his pictures.
Look, I found the box turtle. Look, I found turtle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, they put him in the gulag, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah. They hauled him off, and he's in trouble for murder. But as we know, Putin loves murders.
Yeah. He gets put on a new team.
Listen, this guy's ruthless. This is what Putin wants. He wants a guy.
Right.
The Z unit. He's going straight to the Z unit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go to the cannibal guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's a derogatory term for Ukrainians. Khokhol. It means literally a sheaf or a tuft of cereal stalks, and it's derived from an old Slavic word. And it's used to describe Ukrainians.
Oh, it's like a sheep fucker. You're over there doing your
it's not
cereal stock farming. You poor Ukrainian.
You're a wheat fucker.
Yeah. You're like
over there fucking those wheat plants all day.
Yeah. Wheat fucker Nazi. So that's why he lost his mind, because he didn't want to be called that anymore.
Just tickling yourself with the wheat plant all day. You tickle your butthole with it. You love it. You tickle yourself with the wheats, and you just And the guy
really showed him. He proved him wrong, and proved to be not a piece of shit.
No. The booze, the stress of the cold winter, fighting got under his skin a little bit. Yeah,
that's a mess.
Yeah.
He's probably telling like the other people, he's like, one more time. If he calls me one more time, Watch what happens.
Yeah. He almost killed 2 people.
Yeah.
They saw.
He's like Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
With this shot.
Yeah.
Efficient.
Yeah. Well, the other guy's lucky because he probably got discharged.
He's like the guy from Wanted. He can bend the bullets.
Yeah, bends the bullet.
They do not stand behind him if he calls me Kokolov one more time.
Who's the
Exactly.
weak fucker now?
Whatever you do. So yeah,
Oh no.
pretty crazy. So that's what's going on over there in Russia.
Times are
with the
tough.
troops.
Well, that's why the price of gold is up too.
Yeah.
You know, and so it all comes full circle a little bit there.
That's right.
That's right.
We got anything else? Any announcements?
They got themselves in a situationship over there.
That's real situationship.
It really is. It really is.
Hope it ends soon. You know. But,
yeah. What's the temperature over there in Ukraine right
cold.
now?
Probably infuriatingly cold.
December in Russia and Ukraine. Yeah, I'm assuming not great.
Yeah.
24 degrees in Tel Aviv right now. Or Kiev, sorry. Kiev.
I just Googled just Russia in
Kyiv.
general, and it says 14 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
There you go. Yeah.
It's pretty low.
And it's probably sunny over there right now. It's probably daytime, right?
It says precipitation 70% chance and 14 degrees in Russia right now, just in general Russia. So
the sun's blaring and it's 14 degrees.
Yeah.
That's fun. Anyway, nothing else. That's the show. That's it. That's all we got for today. You cock loving SOBs. Yep. We'll see you again tomorrow. We love you. Have a great
Gameth. For the last time.